All right, I got a box of bait at my P.O. box, so I'm going to fish with it. Blue River Carp decided to send me a whole bunch of bait. Now let's see what they sent me. I'm actually going to be at a booth at the Smoky Mountain Fishing Expo this upcoming weekend with Big River Carp. I decided to co-booth with them to show off my guide service and YouTube channel. Here we go. Shad flavor, garlic flavor. This is basically silver carp that's cut up and flavored and put in a package. And I tell you what, last time I used this, I caught some really nice catfish. And now I have a whole bunch to use. Since I'm at the lake, I'm going to use the shad flavor. And this stuff is really easy to use, although I might cut it up a little bit. Get some smaller pieces out there. Although I think last time when I used this, I used a whole piece and was catching some really nice blues while dragging, which I may end up doing today as well. I did see a whole bunch of nice fish on the sonar, so I'm going to try this spot first before I try moving around. And there's the bait. I'm going to cut this one up. I made 3 smaller pieces out of that big piece. And I tell you what, you would think this would only catch small fish. But I didn't catch small fish last time I used it. But I will cut it differently whenever I try trolling. Or I mean, dragging. This stuff is really, really difficult to get back off the hook. The skin is really, really thick, which is good. That means the fish will be less likely to steal your bait. And I am using 3 rods set up for dragging, but with a river sinker for bottom fishing, and then 3 just bottom fishing rods. I'm trying to make things a little bit more simple on my boat. Have 6 rods on it instead of 10. And then I can just go back and forth between bottom fishing and dragging. I'm also facing the wrong way here. Downstream is that way, so the flow should be going that way, which the back of the boat should be facing that way. But because of the wind, I'm facing upstream. It's not really the best situation. That's why I said I'm probably going to be dragging here in a little bit. And I'm hoping the wind isn't messing the audio up too bad. See if I could put a bigger piece out. Let's put this one out. Nice big piece of silver carp. There seems to be current down there, so it's pushing the line up against the boat. Fun times. put a big old slab out on this one. Whenever I go to dragging, what I will do is cut it in half. That way it's kind of flapping behind everything whenever you're dragging on the bottom. Now it's a waiting game to see if I'm lucky here. All right, I've started dragging, and whoa, right when I start talking to you guys, fish. Yep. Huh. That was like perfect timing. Started recording and a fish grabbed this one. However, it got off. Well, maybe I could show you what the bait looks like. That's at least a good sign. Oh, that's why it didn't hook up. It hooked into itself. That happens with skipjack too. It's really windy out here. Sorry about the wind, guys. But I changed it out to a dragon sinker. I didn't get a single bite on the bottom. Sometimes you just got to drag for the catfish. All right, I got it back out there. If the wind is too bad, I'll probably isolate my voice in post while I'm editing the video. It'll make it sound weird, but you won't hear all the time from the wind. I don't know if I have wind noise reduction or whatever mode on this new camera. That's the DJI Action 4. It's supposed to be better than the GoPro. I guess I'll find out once I catch a fish and publish this video. I do have a second problem going on right now. My starter battery is dead. Something drained it overnight. Maybe it was this light mount, but the light mount's not connected to anything. So there might be something else doing a draw on that battery. I don't know. What I really need to do is to get a second accessory-only battery back here in the back of the boat. Then I can put all my accessories on that battery and not worry about the starter battery getting drained. Now I do have somebody coming to my rescue. Hopefully I will catch a fish before he gets here. Let's find out. Oh. We got one. Yep. Whoa, he is running with it. Ha. My rescue isn't here yet too, so that's good. Hopefully he's not wrapping up with the other lines. Should be a catfish on blue River Carp bait. That's not a bad sized one either. I cannot boat flip this guy. That's probably my rescue right there. See if I can just grab this guy. Not a bad fish for package bait. Very nice fish. It's chomping down on my hand. Look at that. Nice blue. Really nice blue for package bait. I mean, you gotta admit, fish like this is fun to catch. Probably 8 pounds. Nice little 8-pounder. Cool. I'll let him go, and hopefully he will grow up to be a 100-pounder. I get to reuse the bait too. Have to rehook it. I just hook it on the other side, put it back out there. Although my rescue may be here soon. And then we're going to move to a different area where I caught a bunch of fish the other day. I am happy I was able to catch one here. Right at the boat ramp. I'm going by memory here. I really don't know how deep it is or if I'm on the channel edge or not. I should be close to it though. The buoys are right there and the channel edge is practically just beyond the buoys, which is about where that fish bit. All right, that's good. Got a fish in the boat. And here's my buddy Clint to the rescue. See if we can use a portable jump starter to jump start the boat. Yay! Yeah. Let that run for a little bit and charge up the battery and then go fishing. I'm dragging in a backwater cove. I caught a bunch of fish here yesterday, I think it was. So hopefully there'll be some fish left to eat this bait. Now Clint wasn't able to come fishing with me because he's got his kids with him. So he's going to see the Barbie movie. So I'm out here by myself hoping I can turn the motor back on. I do have the jump starter and I think there's enough juice in it to start the motor again. Doesn't really take much to start an outboard. Now there is a change in weather right now. There is a little bit of wind, but the clouds are breaking up, the sun's coming out, and it's getting hot out. So it might have the fish turned off. I am doing this in the middle of the day because there were storms in the morning and I didn't want to fish in the rain, especially with all the lightning that was going on. I don't want to be out on the water in a lightning storm. And I don't think any of you would be either. I'm going to drag these baits around this cove and hope something bites. And if nothing bites in this cove, I'll go out to the main channel and see if there's something there. All right, as you can see here, I have reached the end of the cove. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start turning this way, going around a buoy out there and go down the main river. Now between here and there is a hump. Like this is a peninsula right here. And it stops right there at the peninsula, but underwater is a rock pile that goes all the way across to the other side of this cove. And in the middle, there is kind of a dip. So it gets up to 4 foot of water just over there. So it goes up from, where are we at? 15 foot of water right here. Then it goes up to like 4 foot and then drops down to 15 foot again. And then it drops down to about 30 at the channel out there. It's a really weird structure. In the wintertime, it's about a foot deep. So I'm wondering how many lower units have been lost on this structure right here. I will say this cove has actually changed since yesterday. There was an absolute ton of bait that was in it. It was flipping everywhere. It was just absolutely loaded with bait. Today, nothing on the sonar, nothing out there flipping. So the bait must have moved on. Maybe it went shallower, maybe it went out in the channel, I don't know. Of course, when the bait moves, the predators move too. Maybe I'll have better luck in the channel. While I was messing with the camera, we got a snag here and it hasn't popped. More big fish. I think it's a snag. Yep, snagged up. I'm gonna have to reel everything up and try to get to the other side. Hope I can pop it. I'm only moving by wind too right now. I'm not even using the trolling motor. A lot of river lettuce. Oh, there's a problem on this one. I wouldn't be able to hook a fish. A scale got on the tip. You gotta make sure there are no scales on the tip of your hook. I was hung on this one too, but it popped. All right, get these rods out of the way. Get moved around here. Thought that guy was going to run into me. He was not going to pull over. Like, he went right next to the buoy there, right at me. And then I got a buoy right here, so if he would have stayed in the path, he would have hit me. It looks like I am not going to be able to recover this dragging weight. That's not good. This is a $5 to $7 loss. Yeah, it's about $7 worth of gear. At least I can get the planer board. Planer board's right here. And here's his waves. All right, that wasn't the first pleasure boater to go by. It seems now that the rain's gone and the sun's coming out, the pleasure boaters are coming out in the droves. I mean, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pleasure boats upriver from here. Technically downriver, wrong way. And since the fish don't seem to be cooperating right now, I think I'm going to go ahead and call it. I caught a fish on the carp bait. Blue River Carp, silver carp bait meant for catfish. And I'm quite sure you can catch other fish with it as well, like sharks and who knows what. Now, if I remember right, he told me that he's processing about 3 tons of this fish a week, which is great. That's 3 tons of invasive carp that are no longer in the waterways wherever he's pulling it from. We don't have Asian carp up here quite yet, but they are getting closer. It's only a matter of time before they're in this lake. And I've heard rumors that there are big head carp in this lake, and a bass fisherman said a silver carp jumped in his boat one morning in Chickamauga Lake. Calabunga Lake. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. That lake is the next lake downriver from here. Now, let's see if the outboard will start. There we go. I can make it back to the ramp now. Although I am going to go rescue a cast net. Now, as always, I want to thank you for taking your time out of your day to actually watch my video. I really, really appreciate it. And I really do hope I get to see some of you at the Smoky Mountain Fishing Expo. Or any other fishing expo that I go to in the future. I do have plans to go to other expos that are around here, and maybe I'll go back to the Catfish Conference someday. Especially now that I have a cool banner and an Akuma fishing rack that Akuma sent me. I'm going to bring some of my rods and reels just to show them off at the expo and future expos. Thanks again for watching. I hope to see you guys next time.